Hey guys, and welcome back to Pokemon Sun. Welcome to the vast Pony Canyon. 'Tis a treacherous place filled with many trials and indeed many Pokemon fights. But before we even get to that nonsense, we have to have a chat with the new Kahuna of Pony Island, none other than Hapu. And I see you up there, bridge person. We'll get to you eventually.
Yeah, that's actually the first time I noticed that. Like, I know who we meet there later, but I did not know you could view them from this particular vantage point at this particular time. It's a neat little Easter egg, and I'm kind of surprised, actually, the 3DS could render things that far. Even on the, with the new 3DS before us.
Yes, indeed. Hi, Hapu. I'm impressed with that. Even my Mudstyle is impressed. Yeah, I'm really happy to be here. Thanks.
That's me, Mudstyle. You're probably wondering how I got to this canyon.
Freeze frame. Yes, I agree. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna have a battle with the Kahuna. They're actually really, in all seriousness, shaking up the story right now, because we've not even, done the 7th and final trial yet. But the Kahuna wants to test us already. I guess she's just, eager for a scrap and whatnot.
It is really neat how, even at this point in the game, especially near the end, Pokemon Sun and Moon kind of change things up in terms of the established order of, when you're doing particular things. I have to say, though, I really do think it was because maybe at this point they were running out of dev time, because you'll notice a few things that they kind of leave out as we go along that I think just kind of got shoved to the cutting room floor. This will especially be apparent when we get to the Elite Four, for reasons that I'll have to mention then, obviously.
Okay. Alright, Hapu is a ground user, so THD, pop quiz. What type should you bring in to combat or counter a ground-type Pokemon?
Oh, I totally should know this off the top of my head. Looks up Wikipedia really fast. Says here, since obviously I am cheating, the best types to bring in are grass, ice, and water types. My problem, when I fought Hapu, I didn't really have that. Instead, I had too much shit that was weak to ground. I had electric guys. I had poison guys. I only had a few grass type attacks, a few water attacks. I had Cabrawler. He had Crab Hammer at this particular point, but even then, he was still taking a lot of damage from these Pokemon, especially this fucking Doug Trio right here, which gave me so much trouble, it was crazy. Eventually, I think I somehow managed to bring in Bioshock, my Salazzle, and I tried to kill it with a flamethrower, but then it actually countered and killed me because poison is weak to ground. So I admittedly struggled really hard on this fight. I actually soft reset the first time I did this because I was like, nope, bad run, just readjust your dudes and try again.
Yeah, Salazzle is a really bad counter to Alolan Dugtrio, because I think Alolan Dugtrio is as fast as the regular Dugtrio, and I know Salazzle's fast, but Dugtrio can often outspeed even the speediest of Pokemon. Flying types can, help you out in a pinch, or Pokemon with Levitate, I don't know, Vikavolt maybe, but I'm not entirely sure if we're at the point where you can evolve your Charjabug into Vikavolt. Vast Pony Canyon, of course, being the place where Magneton evolves into Magnezone when leveling up and such, and where Charjabug evolves into Vikavolt.
If I had that, I think I would have been a lot better off, but since I didn't, I was vulnerable to the more ground-based, ground moves, obviously, like Earthquake. Don't know if high horsepower counts, though. I'll have to look into that, but as a whole, if you bring in Salazzle, and if it does happen to be fast enough, maybe you can get off a move that kills it if you blast it with a Z move. But Dugtrio, I seem to recall, was a lot tankier. And of course, Mudsdale is pretty tanky, as we have seen on your team with its stamina ability. So, yeah, I struggled really hard on this fight, actually. I'm kind of surprised.
To be fair, Mudsdale is Hapu's ace, so if there was any Pokemon that would give you trouble, fighting her, I'm happy that it's Mudsdale and not, I don't know, Alolan Diglett. It's like, I'll throw out this one at the end just to psych you out, trainer.
I'm gonna look up because Mudsdale obviously has a ground Z, because, she mentioned that she got a Z-Ring. I'm trying to see what the move is exactly.
It's pretty nuts.
It is the Tectonic Rage. I don't think it busted that out on me. If it did, I certainly don't remember, because a Z move like that probably would stand out in my memory.
Alright, give it a bit of the first impression. Not gonna, do any type advantage sort of thing, and yeah, stamina's gonna kick in. But I'm just kind of whittling it down, making sure it's just ripe for a good fainting or two. Well, maybe 1, 2 seems a bit greedy.
Oh, I'm kind of surprised that Galiciopod took that really well. It usually just killed the shit out of my guys in one hit, as earthquakes tend to do in real life.
Oh, well, don't forget I was whittling down its attack with Feather Dance back there, with good old you.
Oh, you actually taught it Frost Breath. That's a lot smarter than I was thinking. I don't think I had Frost Breath at this point, because like I said, I only really had, like, 1 Grass attack, which was my Decidueye with Leaf Blade. And then I had a Crab Hammer on Cabrawler, and that was pretty much it. I had to do everything the hard way, which I guess explains why I struggled so damn hard on Hapu here.
That takedown of Mudsdale was perfectly timed. I can't say it was perfectly planned, it was more luck than anything, but I was still grinning like a motherfucker at the time.
Hey man, you have the benefit of this being your second time doing this. I did it blind, so my planning was not as well as it could be. And that definitely backfires on me later on, especially during the Elite Four.
Oh yeah, pretty much the perfect ground-type move, Earthquake. Use it on all your rental Pokemon in Pokemon Stadium 2. You will win everything, apart from when the computer decides to cheat.
Use it on all your rental properties, on all your rental friends. Just get rid of everything that stands in your way.
Oh, Flygon. That's all I have to say, really. Flygon, Flygon, Flygon. He who does not have a Mega Form.
Now this thing is actually Ground Dragon. I think you... Oh, you didn't kill it in one hit. I was expecting it. I heard the super effective noise, but... I want to look it up. Yeah, he's actually ×4 weak to ice, which would have been good if I had remembered to bring it out. Fortunately, at that time, I believe Rabombi was still in action, so I managed to shoot it really fast with Dazzling Gleam, or maybe it's Z move, and hey, I won that particular round right there.
There you go. Oh, well, there goes Emergency X. I guess someone else will have to get the Flygon kill.
You know, I have to say, Emergency Exit, I can see where its uses would be, because considering the fact it's basically a free retreat, but the fact that you can't really control when you activate it is a problem. As a result, I'm not really sure if I would kind of rely on Galiciopod, you know, that much, outside of, you know, just maybe like a few theme teams, like, you know, back when I made my ideal bug team in Pokemon, because you kept imagining me as like a bug-type gym leader for some reason.
Apparently, according to the comments, and I don't know how true this is, if you were like to go into competitive and, you know, use a mono-type team, apparently in Gen 7, Bug is the one that comes out on top.
Supposedly Bug got a lot of buffs this generation. That's good. I mean, like, hey, I've always been a Scizor boy, like I said, even though he is actually way fucking slower than Scyther, which is a bummer, because Scizor should be like a fucking ninja jumping everywhere, killing everybody. Just that's how it looks in my mind. Hell, he was faster in the fucking TV show when he fought against, like, what, Heracross, I think that fight was?
Well, that's the anime, and you can't go to the anime for, you know, how the game works. That's just blasphemous.
That's true. I mean, considering that we've been watching the Sun and Moon anime, it certainly has changed things up from how they are in the games.
Indeed.
Now, this thing is actually ground water, which gives it a complete invulnerability to electric, but it does give it ×4 weakness to grass, so try not to slip in a Alolan Raichu in there and thinking you could get a kill, because it ain't gonna work out that way. Oh, that was nasty!
Not nasty enough. I'm already powering up.
I don't know how splashing muddy water on a Mudsdale raises its defense, but I don't know, maybe it's an endurance contest?
Oh, he's ripe for, like, a revenge kill from Sparkster right now, I believe.
Alright, no problem, Stallion. You did good. Now let me just bring in my other boy over here and clean house. I just hope he's certainly fast out. Gastrodon is not a super fast Pokemon, I would hope, because he does not look like a speedy motherfucker.
It's a ground type, mate. Why would you assume a ground type is fast?
Well, I don't know. That Dugtrio was certainly faster than I expected.
Well, I don't know. It's a mole. It can travel on the ground fast. I guess that's the reasoning for why its speed stat is so high.
Okay, so when you have a Sky Battle with a Dugtrio, naturally it's the slowest thing on the block. Makes sense. Although, we have seen cases where Diglett flies up high, so I don't know, maybe it's natural.
Right, first of all, don't bring your fucking memes into this commentary. Second of all...
You're the one who started that fucking meme
Second of all, don't remind me of Sky Battles, okay? I had just about pushed it out of my mind.
No, don't worry, I'm pretty sure it'll come back in a more terrible way.
And now I'm floppy, and twice as angry.
Not as angry as Toucanon, but pretty up there.
Well, that's me, Flygon out.
Yeah, just a little tickle to seal the deal. That's Flygon for you.
He's never going to be, top of the tiers, at least in terms of my team. But, good old Dragon Slayer over here, he's the cutest team mascot this side of Alola.
But that's wrong! That's Rabombi, you fool!
Well, my team, mate. Not yours, mine.
Okay, I'm fixing to say, but as a whole, Rabombi tends to be cuter, yes. Mudstail, I killed the shit out of you back there. How are you still standing?
Lily was healing it, just off screen and whatnot. Behind the tree, you couldn't see it.
Yeah, some people do say that Lily can be pretty worthless throughout the events of the game. Dude, she has unlimited heals. I think that's pretty useful,
I have no idea who I'm going to give this to. Oh wait, I have a big old horsey in my team. Of course I'm going to give it to Z Crystal.
Yeah, just give it even more power and rage. Oh no, now I have to rate your team in terms of how angry they are. Because there's THC at the top, and I think after that is Dragon Slayer now, a little bit. Like, I'm trying to get the tier listing of anger. Mudstail's on the bottom, because he just doesn't give a fuck anymore about you or anything else.
Yeah, I would say Wimplo is near the bottom as well, because they're pretty chill for the most part.
Toku Sentai!
Toku Sentai! Yes, good stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty good if I do say so myself.
That really intensified my eyebrows, I agree.
Oh, Jesus, like hell to kill up in this bitch.
Man, when I saw these signs over here, you need to follow this to get to the end, by the way, these big old sigils or whatever, they reminded me so much of the Unknown. Was that the same with you?
No. You freak. You insane freak.
Well, they didn't remind you of the Unknown, at least, like, one of them in terms of how they're shaped with, like, the circle on the end? That was just me?
No, I just thought it was some ancient Alolian bullshit.
Alright, fair enough.
Man, you should go on Game Theory. I think you do quite well.
Man, the last thing I need in this playthrough is a game theory, of which I have a few, and we don't need to know about any of those right now.
Man, this makes me a little bit red-faced, thinking back, because you see all my Pokemon here, one's fainted, and, others, they're licking their wounds right now, so I just decide to heal them all. And, the thing with Lily is, sometimes she'll heal your Pokemon, sometimes she won't. She does it more often than not, but you're not really to know when this is going to happen, so you can probably guess what happens when we go over and talk to her.
Yeah, this happened to me too. Because that's my first automatic instinct. Alright, I just had a Kahuna fight. I better heal my guys unless I want to fly back to a Pokemon Center. Man, I hope somebody flew back to a Pokemon Center, healed up, came back here, and then had Lily heal their Pokemon again. It's just like, come on, really?
It looks like an unknown.
Don't give me that sass, Lily shit.
Nice. It's not free, like Hal would give me, but I'll enjoy it nonetheless.
Oh, it's okay when Lily gives you free shit, but when it's Hal giving you free shit, you suddenly have a problem with it?
Lily's not my rival. My rival should not be being all nicey-nicey to me.
And Hal is not the sweetest, most pure cinnamon bun in this entire world. I can see the context here.
Yeah, here you go. Oh, Jesus.
Ah, well, thanks, Lily. I just wasted 3 hyper potions, thanks to you.
Well, I got 1 max revive in return, so...
I suppose that evens it out?
There's an item through that thing on the left. I think it's a Zygarde cell, if that green glint is, correct in my mind, so to speak. But, I'll save that for the post-game.
Yeah, the thing is with these Zygarde cells, they only have that really slight kind of green twinkle when they're up here. They're kind of like Resident Evil items, in which case you have to look really hard for the glint. Otherwise, it is super easy to accidentally miss them. I guess that kind of, helps make them hidden, so you actually have a reason to go revisit the areas and find them again,
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's do this shit. It is time to begin the trials of Vast Pony Canyon.
This is basically Victory Road for Sun and Moon, and I had completely forgotten about Victory Road. I'll be honest with you, because of the fact I have not played Pokemon in a long time. But as I'm going through this area, I'm like, wait a minute, it's a big cavern area, there are trainers everywhere. This is fucking Victory Road. But for some reason, I find it less annoying than Victory Road. I think it's because, well, A, we have the modern sensibility of, it's easier to avoid trainers, things like that, where back in the day, it was a fucking chore. And B, we actually have a really good story reason for going through this, thus making it easier on me, because, I'm going in here, I'm going to help out Lily. I'm not going through fucking hell and back just to get up to the Pokemon League. You know what I'm saying? There's a natural incentive for this part of the quest.
Yeah, it's sort of like Victory Road in the sense that there's an important destination on the other side of Vast Pony Canyon, but it's not like the end of the game, so you don't get like an end game feeling, so to speak. And honestly, the cave that, connects the outside world with the area the Pokemon League is in is really not that long, honestly.
Hey, it is a fantastic change of pace and I am perfectly okay with. Like, just put it here and make it less painful. That's really the thing. Like, that's always been my problem with Victory Road, with the fact that, again, I get the point. It's a super long marathon session that's supposed to test your resources and your skills and things like that. But after a while, it just got really fucking old, especially with the multi-layer Victory Roads, and you needed all your HM slaves and things like that. And I know I bitch a lot about the games that I say I like, because I'm always a Gen 2 fan myself. But after playing Sun, and considering how much older and less fed up with shit I'm getting, I'm just like, this is just so much better, and I'm so much lazier, and I'm perfectly okay with this.
Hang on, less fed up with stuff? I think your fed up meter has gone up over time, though.
Well, I'm so fed up that the fed up meter is actually broken. I don't know what's up, what's down. I'm just fed with absolutely everything, I think.
Well, why don't you have an earthquake on me for free?
Don't attack Jeff Bridges. He didn't do anything wrong to you.
Oh, not bad, Mr. Doggy Man, not bad.
The problem is that those rocks actually did fall from the ceiling, so there's like a big hole in it now.
I see you use your fire attacks on the water Pokemon, Mr. Man.
Burn this Pokemon if you're so great.
No.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Now it kind of evens things out because it's bug and water, so it brings it to a nice ×1 damage only.
Indeed. I hope we made a good first impression on you.
Oh, good! I'm so glad you brought out that joke this early, huh?
Oh, it's near the end of the part, mate. Come on, it's not like a 40-minute marathon part where I'm making puns every 5 minutes or something.
Yeah, those tend to wear on us both, I have to say. We're like, I've got nothing left to say, brother.
I like the male veteran in this game. They're very supportive.
Yeah, I do too. I like the design. Again, it's like Jeff Bridges, and they say a lot of encouraging things. That back there, when you loop around, basically, you can have Machamp push that block in, and it gives you an easy access to the end of Victory Road, if you will, which you'll need, considering the fact that there's some other trials and things, ahead to watch out for.
Alright, let's see what this trainer's got for us. Ah, Whimsicott.
A Whimsicott, Whimsicott, I don't even know how to pronounce it, I'll be honest. So what the fuck is a Whimsicott supposed to be? Like, is it supposed to be like those dandelion things that kind of fall apart when you blow on them? If you blew real hard at its back, would all of its hair vanish?
Well, isn't that what, like, Skip Bloom, etc. are supposed to represent? Those sort of dandelion fluff for buds?
I think so. Hold on, let me look this thing up, because I have no idea what the hell it's supposed to represent. It's a grass and fairy. It evolves from Cottony when exposed to a sunstone. It is a wind-veiled Pokemon, which is very Final Fantasy and descriptive, but it tells me absolutely nothing otherwise. I guess it's just cotton. Fuck it. We'll just make Pokemon out of everything. Keys, cotton, whatever.
Yeah.
Here's a Pokemon made out of my own apathy. Here we go.
Oh man, Darkrai, what's wrong with you, man? I have no idea how to get to this item down here, and I honestly feel like an idiot, because it seems like the answer is just staring me in the face. That one down there, do you have to drop down from above to get it? What's going on?
I think you might have to. Like, I don't encounter any other instances of having to drop down, though, so I have no idea, actually.
I see, look, I run around here. That's obviously a bit where you drop down. Leave like, the answer in the comments. I won't be able to, put it into action, but at least I'll be able to cure my own ignorance,
Fair enough.
I'm not really feeling up to a double battle right now, to be honest, so we're just going to take the loser's way out and go around, and our adventure continues next time, so see you then.